Hi, Dante.
Hi. I was, a student like everybody else during the shooting of it, during the taping of it in the beginning when they were creating the styles and stuff. Other masters that were consulted with as far as different Tai Chi with the water bending or earth bending. Sifu Manny did a lot of that kind of stuff. Mike and Brian are sticklers, and what makes them so great is how they really stick to the details of a lot of things. And I've been into many martial artists over the years that really appreciated the animation of the styles and how it really reflected their individual styles. So. I really just thought I was going to be the bad guy in the whole piece. I was like, with the ponytail, and then little by little, you're like, wow, who's this guy? And then it became a phenomenal hit, and not just for kids, it became this really pop culture hit. I was doing a movie in Toronto, and a few things happened. Like in Toronto, and like one of the cast members, like in his 20s, like, oh my God, you're an Avatar, like that's my show. I'm like, you watch Avatar? And I ran to Jason Isaacs, who played General Chow, and obviously he's a great actor. I rented him at Sundance Film Festival one year, and we were like standing out in the snow outside a cafe, and he was like, Dante, that cartoon we did. And he goes, what the, like how? And I was like, I know, like we didn't know. I don't think any of us knew what the show was going to become, what Zuko was going to become. Quite honestly, I didn't even think it was going to work, really. I mean, we're just actors. You're like, it's not my job to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. But, when you're walking onto the Nickelodeon campus and it's like Double Dare Slime on the roof, and it's SpongeBob and Cat Dog and everything on the, all the great Nickelodeon shows on the walls, and then they give you an epic Asian anime-inspired tale. You're like, this is not Nickelodeon. This is definitely not Nickelodeon. Like, this is not gonna work. This is crazy. And it becomes one of their biggest, it becomes their biggest hit since SpongeBob. Good question. I've been an actor for over 30 years now. Yeah, I don't know, I think about it sometimes, When I was a kid, we were breakdancers, and dancing was my first love. And once a dancer, always a dancer. I still consider myself a dancer in my heart in a lot of ways. Even though when you're in your 40s, you can't really dance like you used to dance. And we were breakdancers, and then we started dancing for the San Francisco Ballet Company, got picked up, got scholarships, and we did the Nutcracker with them. And so I often think I might have, gone in that direction, really, ballet and whatnot. So I might have been there. I mean, it'd be definitely a place of the arts, is what I do, or writing. I really love writing. Somewhere in the arts. I think it's all a part of it, Yeah, you never know. Something's going to happen. Someone's coming up with the right idea. I was actually pitched something by a really big YouTube kid who wants to do something in the guidelines of that, which I'm waiting on a draft to see what it is. We just have a lot more freedom to try things online and have fun with it, and it's not something sanctioned by studios, but at the same token, it services the fan base and can capture their imaginations, and whether or not studios pick it up or not, it's always exciting to do storytelling. That's our job. At the end of the day, it's like we're storytellers, and sometimes you're doing it for big money with studios, and sometimes you're just doing it with friends. But it always comes back down to that, you know what I'm saying? No matter, it's what level you're doing on, if it's the right energy and the right story, and you're really having fun and passionate about telling the story because there's something that connects within you, that's it, that's the shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure something with Zuko will show up sooner or later. I did write a poem, Advice to the Young Artist, a quick piece that goes like this. Seek out and study with a master if you're after greatness. My aim is to impact the world and be a catalyst for changes. F what your name is. You should want to be good more than you want to be famous. Go seek out a master. Become a master. Pass it on. Doing the performance is, that's it. Like, you book these jobs and you play these characters, and the joy in acting is acting. The best parts of working is working and having these relationships and getting to perform and creative juices, the good times and bad times. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like all of our DNA is in the show, and when it comes together in a beautiful way, you know, something great like Avatar, Last Airbender could happen. So it's always like my favorite part is like that, like it's just getting to work with these folks and kind of becoming this family for the time that you're together. Yeah, they all impact you. I mean, there's an old saying in acting that the character's stuck with you and you're stuck with the character. So that essentially means, you know, there's a lot of me and there's a lot of Dante in all the characters, and there's a lot of Zuko in me, there's a lot of Ru-fi-ooooh in me. So many times God, I was going through things in my life, and you're doing something on the set or in the vocal booth that is mirroring your life. I mean, Avatar happened so many times. Jake Long, the American Dragon, I remember was going through something, he's fighting the dark dragon, and it's like, I'm going through that right now. Or, I mean, funny things, like I'm having like a secret love affair with some girl, and then like you're like having a secret love affair in the thing, and like, how is this happening? Like, what am I? And then you're just trying to learn lessons from it, and you're inferring your kind of lessons into this character, so. I think a lot of times it's a generational thing. There's a generation that grew up with Ru-fi-ooooh that's a very strong, it just became an iconic character for a certain generation. And so I'll forever be recognized as Ru-fi-ooooh for them, you know? And then, you know, same thing in the next generation, that Zuko and Avatar's become this iconic story, and Zuko's become this iconic character. So it's, you know, I'd say it's half and half. It's very odd. I don't know. Look, I'm 42, so I did Hook when I was 15. So in a lot of ways, I've been Ru-fi-ooooh longer than I haven't been Ru-fi-ooooh, right? Which is crazy. And it's not, you know, it's all good. It's like some people will forever remember you. You know, Mark Hamill I love Mark Hamill. I work with Mark, and he's played my father, and we've done other series together. And you know, you go to a party, and it's like Mark is like, you know, Dante, how are you doing? And a little fangirl inside you goes, oh my God, Luke Skywalker knows me. You know, like he'll always be Luke Skywalker to me, no matter what. I mean, he's a joker to some people. He's this amazing actor, but he's Luke Skywalker to me. He will forever be Luke Skywalker to me, and I'm like that for other people. So that's great. Yeah, and the voice acting. I mean, it's crazy. I didn't set out to be a voice actor. It became a part of my career. You do this iconic character, and Zuko is this very important character to a lot of people. And it's not even my face; it's my voice. But I will go around and a whole generation knows me as Prince Zuko, like, without a doubt. Like, I could be anywhere, nothing to do with a con, just somewhere, and it's like, you're Prince Zuko. And I'm like, okay, yeah. The whole thing I love about cons is this is a place for creative people. It's creative people, like, these are our people. You know, when you come here, I love the whole community, and it's always like, this is our people, you know, this is creatives. That doesn't mean you have to have your profession as an artist. You guys are here, you're artists, you're cosplaying, you draw, you're visual artists, you are in the world of being a creative. When you're here, you're a creative. That's why we love going to con, because these are our people. But you understand when you do that you realize we're artists. We're wizards. What we do is nothing short of magic. What I explained to them is, you're a wizard. Once you're a wizard, you're Harry Potter. You're like the kid that was underneath the stairs. You go into this new world. When we're in this world, anything's possible. What we do is magical. Now, there are other people in the world that don't understand that will never understand that. It's okay, they're muggles. It doesn't mean you have to look down on them or you know, love them any less, because they could be your parents, they could be your brothers and sisters, they could be your best friends, but they're muggles. But when you understand, like, they're never gonna get it. It's okay, they're never gonna understand why this cartoon means so much to this anime, or why you stay up all night to write a song, or a poem, or to paint a picture, or to learn a scene. I mean, it has zero value to them, and it may mean life and death to you, but that's okay. You know, when you're young and you don't understand, where everyone needs to understand what you do. No, they don't. They're muggles. If you look at them, they're never gonna understand the magical world. But you do. When we come here, we do. This is what we do. So when you have a better understanding of that, it gives you less pressure to, you know, to care it doesn't impact that as much. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it impact, you know, what's a muggle going to Harry Potter? We're creatives. You just keep creating. Like, that's what we do. We create. You're no longer a civilian. You're an artist. Like, when you're an artist, go create. Go be impacted by the world. Feel. Express yourself. You learn as you kind of go to just stay creative and just keep expressing yourself. It starts from the boldness of thinking you're good enough to go out in public and do something for people you don't know. Right? That's the seed of every artist. Because there's an artist in all of us. We all have thoughts and we all have things we want to say about ourselves or about the world, but are you bold enough to go out and do that in front of people, to people that you don't know? That's the threshold of the artist, right? So at like 7, 8 years old, me and my brothers thought we were good enough to go into the streets with a cardboard box and a boom box and be out there with a hat, you know, on Pier 39, Telegraph Avenue, Berkeley, wherever out there. But not only just to do routines and dance for people, but also, this is the birth of hip-hop. You're out there also for any breakdancing group to come up and battle you and make you look bad. So from 7 to 10, we're in the streets. That is the birth of it all. Because when you come into the world of Hollywood, it's the same thing. If you're gonna get on stage, if you're gonna go into a room and do casting, if you're gonna create something, put it out there, that's the boldness of the artist, is to go, whatever I have to say is worthy, or do is worthy enough to be out there in front of others, to be judged, to be whatever, you know, good, bad, someone to come and question you. Not everything you do is going to be great, but that's where it all begins. The beginning of going, whatever I have, whatever I got, is I'm going to put out in front of people I don't know and have the vulnerability for it to be, you know, go any direction. Thank you guys. Great conversation.
Thank you so much.